I've been teaching maths for 10 years, and one thing I find really surprising is how often higher level maths students miss out on easy marks from the first 10 questions of the paper. The best way to avoid this, try a foundation paper. It's a great way to check if you can pick up all the marks on those easier questions. In today's video, I've picked a foundation level GCSE paper to try out. I'll pause before each question so you can pause the video, attempt the question yourself, and then compare it to how I've answered the question. It's really important that you try and pick up all the marks where possible. Grab a pen, some paper, and let's get started. So this is the June 2017 foundation level paper. 2 to the power of 4, that's the same as saying 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Final answer is 16. 1 mark. Question 2. Write 7.26451 correct to 3 decimal places. So look at the decimal place. You've got 1 number, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, and then the next one. Is 5 or above? Yes, it is. Therefore, I need to round up the number before up 1 decimal place. So my answer here is 7.265. What I know is I need 3 numbers after the decimal. 7.264. Is the next number 5 or above? Yes, it is. So I need to round up that 4 to a 5. Simplify 7 times E times F times 8. 7 times 8 is 56. E times F is just EF. Next question. I can change 2.5 from a mixed fraction into a top-heavy fraction. So 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm doing that times that first. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 all over 2. Rewrite the question. So x over 5 equals 5 over 2. Times both sides by 5. X equals 5 times 5 is 25 all over 2. Answer is 25 over 2. Next question. Write 4 over 5 as a percentage. So what I'm going to do here is times by 100. If nothing's written, that's the same as saying divide by 1, because 2 divided by 1 is 2. So I can use the cross method here. So how many 5s go into 5 once? How many 5s go into 100? That goes 20 times. 8 times 20 is 80. Anything divided by 1 is itself. Final answer is 80. Next question. 60% of 70. Easy way to do this, as this paper is non-calculator. 10% of 70 is 7. So times this by 6. Times this side by 6. 60%. 7 times 6 is 42. Answer is 42. Notice the marks. We've got 2 marks here. 1 mark for your final answer and 1 mark for your working out. Sammy spins a fair 4-sided spinner. So we've got A, B, B, and C. So B comes twice. On the probability scale, mark with a cross the probability that the spinner will land on B. So we can land on B twice out of 4 times. So there's 4 possible outcomes. So the total number of outcomes goes at the bottom. The top is what's the number of times that you're looking for a specific outcome. So 2 divided by 4, that's the same as saying a half. A half is over here. Part 2. On the probability scale, mark with a cross the probability the spinner will land on an F. F isn't on the spinner, so it will never land. And just to recap, 0 means it's never going to happen, or the probability is 0. 1 means it's 100% going to happen. For example, if the spinner was all A's, so if it was A there, A there, A there, and A there, then it's 4 out of 4 chance that the spinner will land on an A. Therefore, you'd put a cross at 1. Fahima buys 2 packets of bread rolls costing £1.30 for each packet. What I'd suggest is start doing some calculations as you read the question. So let's call sausages S for now. 3 times S is 3S, and we'll leave it as that for now. Fahima pays with a £10 note. She gets 30p change. Add all of that up. So £3 plus £1.60 plus 3S gives us £10, because that's what we're paying with, minus 30p change. So let's add all of this up. On the left hand side, we've got £4.60 plus 3s. 10 minus 0.3 is 9.7, minus 4.6 from both sides. So 9.7 minus 4.6, that is 5.1. Divide both sides by 3. So the way I'm going to do that is using short division. So 5.1, add a few zeros. How many 3's into 5? That goes once, remainder 2. How many 3's into 21? Add your decimal place. That goes 7 times. The answer is £1.70 per sausage. So let's go back to the question. What did Fahima say? She says each sausage cost £2.30. Fahima is wrong. It's really important you follow what the question's saying here. The question's asking, is Fahima right? That is the question. If we don't write this section here, Fahima is wrong, we might miss out on 1 mark. And these are the crucial marks that you should be looking out for. Question 8, multiplication. 5 over 8 times 3 over 4. Let's time the numerators. 5 times 3 is 15. 8 times 4 is 32. I can't simplify that by anything, so that is my final answer. Next question, subtraction, so I need to make the denominators the same. What's common in 3 and 4 when I do the multiplication or the times tables? It's 12. Times the first fraction by 4. 2 times 4 is 8 over 12. Minus times the second fraction by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. All over 4 times 3 is 12. 8 minus 3 is 5. And I can't simplify any further. Final answer is 5 over 12. Sean works for a company. His normal rate of pay is £12 an hour. So we'll underline that for now because that will be important. When Sean works more than 8 hours a day, again we can underline, he is paid overtime for each hour he works more than 8 hours. Sean's rate of overtime pay per hour is 1/4 times his normal rate of pay per hour. So if his normal pay is £12, his overtime pay is going to be 12 times 1/4. So we can convert the mixed fraction into improper. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 4. If nothing's written, it's over 1. We can simplify these. So how many 4's go into 12? 3 times. How many 4's go into 4? Once. 3 times 5 is 15. Anything divided by 1 is itself. Final answer is 15 for the amount he gets paid over 8 hours. On Monday, Sean works 10 hours. Work out the total amount of money Sean earns on Monday. So he gets £12 an hour for the first 8 hours. 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 2 is 16. 80 plus 16 is 96. And then he gets paid £15 for the next 2 hours, which is 30. Add them up. So we can put a plus here. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 3 is 12. Answer is 126. Next question. A farmer has 20 boxes of eggs. There is 6 eggs per box. So there's 6 per box. And he's got 20 boxes. So 6 times 20 is 120. That's the number of eggs he has in total. Write as a ratio the number of eggs in 2 boxes to the total number of eggs. So for 2 boxes, he'll have 6 times 2, which is 12. And then write as a ratio the number of eggs in 2 boxes, so that goes first, dot dot, to the total number of eggs, which is 120. Divide both sides by 12, so I can add a little note here to show the examiner what I'm doing, again on this side as well. And my ratio is 1 to 10. Well done for getting this far through the paper. What I'd suggest is look back through all the questions that we've done and look at how many marks you've picked up versus the marks mentioned in each question. If you haven't picked up all the marks, watch the video again and have a go at the questions again. In the next video I'll be continuing with the paper and I'll do the next set of 10 questions until we hit part 3, which will finish off the paper. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching and see you next time.